I'm trying to build up my inventory so I can do a whole booth video for you guys. And there's the fuel. Okay, so here's our pendant, and if you want me to slow down and show you how I did all those steps, there's like 10 videos where I do this exact, very similar kind of pendant, so just check any of those out. They're very recent too. But I started to do these side pieces to make the necklace more full, more than just a pendant on a cord. And I did like 5 minutes of showing you how I made this one right here with an amethyst, a blue quartzite, and a red seashell. But I used first of all, the camera cut out completely, and I didn't realize it, so I lost half of it. It ran out of memory. And then I was using 22 gauge, and this is really just a little too flimsy for this necklace piece, so I made it into a bracelet. So that's kind of cool, fun, right? But let's actually show you guys how to do this. Okay, so find stones, make sure they fit the 20 gauge with the hole, and line them up. Pick some pretty patterns that are, will match well with your pendant. And then you only need about 8 inches of 20 gauge. And this you'll see this in a few videos. It's a pretty common pattern, but stack them on, bring them to the middle of the wire. Oh, these seashells just barely fit. Okay, I'm gonna move these out of the way. This is a pattern I do a lot because it just works for everything. Tight crimp here. Now that chip's a little nerve-wracking because the hole's drilled right on the edge. I don't know why they do that, but we'll work with it. Hopefully it won't break. Tight. Oh, that wasn't that tight. Sometimes you can straighten out the wire. Pull it tight. Make tight crimp. There we go. That's nice tight crimp. Oh, that's why it wasn't tight, because it wasn't. This chip wants to move around that way. No, I'm going to put a different chip in there. There we go, much better. These chips, some of them are such cool little shapes, but then they drill the hole right on the edge, like they think that's cute. It's not cute. It makes it almost unworkable. Okay, anyway, rant over. So, focus. Crimp, crimp. Loop, loop. You can use round nose. It's a little bit of a smaller loop. And then this side right here. Okay. Oh, get that in a little better. Now you can, right off the bat, to make these loops tighter, you can cross the wire over like that. Or you could do the same thing if you just hold the wire and turn the loop like that, a 180, it does the same effect. So here, with this one, I'll do it the other way. I'll just Hold the loop like that and just turn it 180. Gives you the same thing. So, here we go. Take the wire, wrap it diagonally across the bead. Oh, somebody's yelling back there. Tell them to stop. No fun allowed here. Come into the crevice of the stone, and then bam. Same with this side. Diagonally across. Whoops. Oh, I was going the other way. Okay. Diagonally across the stone, into the crevice, and then back out. And you should have it like that. Now these two are going to cross each other, make a pretty swirl. So pretty. I should have given myself more wire once again, but give yourself about a whole foot just to be safe. But, you know, and you're adjusting it as you go, because a lot of this stuff starts to move around. So you're moving it back to the front, you're moving the diagonal, you're just messing with it. But I have enough, luckily. I have enough just to finish. And I'm going to bend this right here, like that. I could just cross over and make an X, but I want that little diagonal to go to the same way with the second one. So it's doubled up like that. Oh, so pretty. And then I scarf this loop right there. See, if I had more wire, I could scarf it up higher, but live and learn. Same thing here. Just bend it like that. Come around. Scarf it. Now, don't try to go crazy trying to bend it all the way around if you're at the end of your wire. Maybe this is an important part of scarf. As long as you get it around once, sometimes it's better to cut it right there and tuck in the part, even if it's in the front when you wanted it in the back or vice versa. But anyway, tuck that in. Someone who just started doing jewelry mentioned that tucking is really hard. And I'm going to tell you something. Tucking is really hard. It might not be for everyone, but it's definitely one of the more challenging things. You want that sharp end to disappear. See how many times I'm cutting a fraction of a millimeter? Because I want it just the right size to fit in this. And I can eyeball it after doing it hundreds and probably thousands of times. But if you're new to it, just mess around. Mess around, mess around, mess around. And tell the wire that you're boss and you want it to do a certain thing. And if it doesn't, just keep fighting it. And then if you mess up the whole wire and the whole piece and unravel it, take the wire out, do it over again. Can't tell you how valuable it is to get a sense and to get a confidence in tucking sharp ends in. I don't even think about it anymore. I do it without thinking. I've been doing it so much. But once upon a time, it used to irritate me too. Anyway, there's a pretty little connector. I'm going to do another one. This video could have just been 1 minute long. That's pretty much it. But 2 jump rings or 3. You want 1 jump ring and it rolls. The more jump rings you put, the more stable it'll be, so it won't like flip when someone's wearing it. So you want like 2 jump rings there. We'll make another one. Put 2 or 3 there, and then jump rings here. Now this could be a necklace by itself. You can make a whole bunch of these going all the way around, or you could do these 2, and then you could have smaller ones and smaller ones. You know, maybe 2 stones, 1 stone. Creativity, just use all your creativity. But I'm happy with this right now. I'm just going to move right to the chain and finish the necklace. Now I'll do it one more time so you guys can watch. Stack them on. Crimp. Crimp. Make your loops. Again, once you do this enough times, you can kind of do it with your fingers. You don't necessarily need the round. Okay, beautiful. Now, I could have added more chunkiness. I wanted a chunky chain, but I only had this cool chain, but it's not super fat. So I added a couple fat jump rings just on the end there, just to chunky it up a little bit before going to the thinner chain. And then I have it as a really tight choker right here, and then an extension depending on the neck size, because this is, with all this prettiness, I want it to sit up high on the collarbone. Sometimes when you make a really fancy, beautiful necklace like this, you don't want it to be one of those really long ones, excuse me, that could get lost in someone's shirt. You want to see all the prettiness like right below their chin. So let's see how this looks. Oh, and my mistake earlier with the bracelet, it could be a matching set now, right? Get some water. Oh yeah.